Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. We're going to close out the show talking a little about your immune health. It's that time of year. I know everybody's thinking about cold and flu season. There are a lot of things that we need to be aware of, and we want to keep ourselves healthy. So take the opportunity to learn a little bit more about your immune health.
What we need to understand is to be healthy, you need a good immune system. And just like the rest of your body, your immune system is made out of food, water, air, and sunlight. So vitamin D is the sunlight vitamin. We don't get the vitamin D we need, and vitamin D is super important, not just for bones and teeth, but also for immune function, for respiratory function, for cardiovascular function. And what they're now recommending is between 5,000 and 10,000 units of vitamin D every day. There's research that shows you can go up to 50,000 for 16 months and not have any side effects. So that's the first one. The second one is during cold and flu season, sugar is really stupid because a teaspoon of sugar will knock down your immune system for 5 to 8 hours. And in those 5 to 8 hours, then whatever critters want to eat you will have a feast. So when you get a cold coming on, one of the things you need to do, get the sugar out of your diet, get the white flour out of your diet, eat salads, eat greens, eat fresh, eat raw, eat organic if you can. That's the second one. The third one is that most of the cold and flu viruses have protein coats. And if you take enzymes that digest proteins, they're called protease enzymes. And you usually get them in a mixture of enzymes, digestive enzymes. If you take protease enzymes and you open them up in your mouth, and I'll show you what I mean by that. They come in capsules. And you take the capsule, you know, it's a little capsule. Here's the, let's see, where is it here? Here's the capsule, right? You take the capsule, you put it in your mouth, and you chew it up so that the enzymes go loose in your mouth, and any virus they come in contact with, they will digest the protein coat off the virus and put that virus out of commission before it can even get into your cells. Because once it gets into your cells, it'll make 200, 300 copies of itself, then blow up your cell, and then now you got 200, 300 viruses, each looking for another cell to infect. Well, if you can pick them off before they get in your cells, because they're always coming from outside, right? Through other people or through the air or whatever it is, you're licking your fingers after shaking somebody's hand or whatever it is that happens. They always come in from outside. And the best way to pick them off is on their way in. Protease enzymes do a really good job. Bromelain is an enzyme that does that. I work with one called Advanced Adult Enzyme Blend. It's made by a company called Flora. Omega-3s inhibit virus replication. And you can get those in a brown glass bottle, in a box, in the fridge, in the health food stores. And I guess my claim to fame is I developed a method for making oils with health in mind. Because oils are very, very sensitive to damage by light, oxygen, heat, and they get damaged during processing, but also in the frying pan. And then the last one, this comes from India. They actually run water in one nostril. They put their head on the side, run water in one nostril, and then run it out the other side. And then turn it around and run it in the other one and run it out the other one. And what you're doing is it's like washing your hands. And the viruses like to hang out in the back of your nose because it's protected.
Yeah.
So you want to unprotect it. So you can wash it with saline or with water, but saline is a little easier on the membranes. They're pretty delicate back there. So you want to take saline and you just clean out your nose. The other thing you can do is you go in a sauna, and when you go in a sauna, even if you have a big snot-nosed cold, while you're in the sauna, because it's really hot, your nose completely clears. The point is that we have things we can do to knock down these critters before they take over our body. The website that I work with is called Udo's Choice, UDOS Choice.com. And I talk about enzymes and probiotics and omega-3s and oils and greens and stuff like that.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. I hope that you visit the website and we can all do a little bit better taking care of our immune health. Thank you guys for tuning in this week to Focus Atlanta. I hope to see you next Sunday here on WUPA.